All right, we are good to go. Before we get started, I'm going to ask the first question here. About an hour and 15 minutes ago, Zaven gave me a call and said, "Hey, I'm going to be late." About 15 minutes. And go ahead, Zaven, just tell them the reason that you called me that said you're going to be late.
It was second day of rifle season for deer, so I had to go get one this morning, and was lucky enough. God blessed me with the opportunity to get one. So I had about a 3-hour window in there, or a 5-hour window. So we got it done this morning. Laid the hammer down.
Out at it, Zaven.
What kind? What would you get?
It was just a whitetail, so like a whitetail bug. Yeah, a little basket rack. 8-point.
Look good on Insta.
Appreciate it.
Well, compare the feeling of that to a 96-yard pick six to win a game.
Oh, today's been a great day. It's been a great day so far, and the other night was a great night. Of course, that play was an awesome play, but there's a lot of guys that did a lot of things in a positive way that allowed me to make a play like that.
How much do you got? Because the last 2 or 3 years have been tough. Even as hard as you guys have worked, you haven't necessarily got the results on the other end. How much do you allow yourself to enjoy? The team highlights being the lead on SportsCenter, or Jim Rome doing a whole segment on you, or all the awards that you've been able to win. How much do you allow yourself to enjoy that? While you're still in the middle of a season and preparing for opponents and all that.
Yeah, allowing us to, we forget about the next day. Our Coach Anthony, Coach EA, he's our head strength guy, and he always tells us, forget about it the next day whenever we're going through workouts or anything like that. So we'll get all excited in the locker room, but the next day it's time to get your body right and look to see what you messed up, and after that it's pretty much over with. There's a little bit of social media flair afterwards because some of the awards or whatever guys are getting, and we celebrate those a little bit with some good jobs, but other than that it's pretty brief.
You have Wi-Fi in the deer stand to notify you of some of these awards you win while you're.
What do you say? I couldn't hear.
Do you have Wi-Fi in the deer stand, so that you can be notified of these awards you're winning?
No, so I had done that kind of to take a break from all this. It's been pretty hectic. It's been pretty busy. So turned the phone off and went out into the woods for about 4 or 5 hours and got away.
Can I get some backstrap?
I don't know. I live with 4 other guys in the house, so it may not even last a month.
Dang, all right. I had to ask. Going back to that game, and I asked you a little bit afterwards about the offensive side of the ball and Davis and whatnot. I guess from your vantage point on the defense, say he is the starter because Zach is day-to-day to an injury. I guess, what do you think the challenges will be for him preparing as a starter rather than, coming in like he did, kind of playing with house money, I guess, so to speak?
I don't think it'll be that much of a challenge for him. Like JC was saying, I was listening to his call in the other office. Davis stays prepared even when he's behind, 2 behind on the QB chart. And then Zach got hurt, and now he's 1 behind. And then Seth gets hurt, and okay, now you're the man. So whether you're ready or not, for whenever you get thrown in there, you're the starter on that play. There's no one that's gonna do anything else. You're the guy. So he done pretty well. By pretty well, I mean he done fantastic with the way he played and how he ran the offense and how he managed the game the other night. And I think he's going to do the same thing.
I'll go again. I'm asking everybody. It's the first year I'm covering you guys, so I know it's a pretty big rivalry. You kind of touched on it a little bit, but what makes this game, this matchup? I know the history goes back to CUSA days with Houston, but for you personally, do you feel that like, oh, this means a little extra, it's a little different, or is that something that's kind of overblown? How you?
No, I don't really feel that. It's just another game. Just got to prepare for them like anyone else. Houston, probably some Houston guys take it a little bit more personal because maybe they didn't have offers from them. I took, I guess, the Stillwater game a little more personal, just because, I was kind of a local guy around Stillwater. Never got didn't feel like whatever. So I guess some guys may feel like that towards Houston or any team that we play around their area. So I don't feel like that, but I'm sure guys on the team do.
Zaven, maybe you heard me ask. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. No, you're right.
Sorry about that. Zaven, you may have heard me ask JC about how special the season is, not just in terms of the program, but potentially the school and even the city. I know your guys' place in the city is a big deal to y'all. Do you sense that this is resonating with folks outside your program, what you guys are up to?
Yeah, we went and ate at Roosevelt's the other day, and we had a guy approach us saying he was proud of us, and it was just me and a friend eating, Sam, and he approached us and how proud he was of us, and keep working hard, and that he's coming to the games, and he appreciates the way we like how we are as a as a person and stuff like that, and I think it's that just fuels the fire for us. It means a lot. To you fans, I wish we could let more in.
Right.
I think we're 13% right now. I really wish we could let more in and pack it out. But unfortunately, with the world's situation right now, we can't. And but I'm glad people are supporting from afar.
Yeah, that's cool that you got that vibe. I wondered if even you could feel it on campus without being able, without as many students walking around, right? You're not bumping into people and them saying, good job, good, that kind of stuff. But I hope it sounds like you're getting some sense of it though. Yeah.
We don't really get to see a whole lot of campus action because, 95% of the guys on the team's classes are,
sure.
Over the computer, kind of like we are right now. So.
And that's important, is it not? Given that, not just you guys. I mean, you guys have been through a lot, but everyone's kind of going through a lot, right? With the virus and the state of the country in some cases, and people are having some hard times. You sort of latch on to anything good that you can get your hands on, and you provided that, haven't you?
Yeah, I think guys have turned the season into a positive. At first, kind of weary of. We're going to get to play, and especially those first couple of games, everything just started getting canceled. OSU got back. I got put on quarantine. And it's just like, man, this is going to be a long season. But, it makes the feeling of playing so much greater. That serotonin level definitely goes up before the games, just being able to go out there and play, because not a lot of guys have the opportunity to play every week.
Yeah, very cool. Thanks, man.
Zaven, I asked Coach Monty last
Zaven,
week. Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead, John.
Take back to that the last play Thursday night. The read that you made, is that a simple read, or is that something that maybe over the course of a couple of years and experience, then you kind of anticipate or how to hide yourself behind a lineman maybe to surprise a quarterback?
I wasn't really hiding. I was man on the back, and the way our defense set up, he's covered, he's accounted for whether he goes to that either side, but I had him up to the middle. He tried to sneak up to the middle, and he came at me. I hit him, and I looked into the backfield to see where the QB's eyes were, because I know they had motioned the three they had motioned a three, and usually what a lot of teams will do, they'll just run a 3 rub route, and it'll be like a quick out, like an arrow, and just bang bang, and it'll be right there at the pylon. He'll catch it, get 1 foot in the end zone, ball across the line, and then be out of bounds. And it's really hard for guys to cover that. But they didn't. They motioned that guy in. I saw that, and then kind of just felt the little presence behind me, and I read the QB's eyes, and I just know to get hands up. I really wasn't thinking the ball was going to come to me until he let go of it, and then I grabbed it and took off. I was just hoping. I was watching the big screen. I was just running, hoping no one popped into the camera, but no. Luckily.
Is that a play you make 2 years ago?
No, I don't think so.
I asked Coach Monty last week about your knack for making plays, especially in the clutch. Maybe you saw his answer, maybe you didn't. But to what do you attribute that knack?
Just playing so long. I feel like I haven't been here that long, and then I turn around and look, I'm playing for 3 years now. It's my 4th season. I'm like, goodness gracious, this flies by like crazy flies. So I think I've just learned through playing. I've played at probably close to 1,000 snaps or however many, maybe over, maybe under, I don't know. But just playing a lot. A lot of the stuff that I feel like happens, some of the sacks I've got this year were kind of some independent stuff that is not wrong, but it's just I know where I'm at inside the defense, and what I can do and what I can't do, or the consequences of if I do this, what's going to happen. For instance, kind of like OSU got into that blitz there, and the consequences of me going when I wasn't supposed to or wasn't called to go. There was really no consequence whether I stayed back or went. So if I went, I was an extra man in the rush. If I stayed back, I extra man in the pass coverage. And I guess I just chose right, So kind of making decisions like that and being smart about it, not overdoing it, not being overkill with it, And this isn't even a once a game type of deal. This is once every few games, when it's the right time, right circumstance, and just knowing those situations.
Zaven, there's been a lot of backslapping. You guys are getting patted on the back a lot. You get a number 24 ranking. How do you strike the balance? How do you strike the balance where, you don't allow that to, and maybe you've already answered that by spending 5 hours at a deer stand. But how do you strike the balance, you personally and as a team?
I said it earlier in the year, you don't let the ink get in your eyes, whether it's good or bad news. If everyone's telling you how bad you are and you let it get to you, it's very harmful. And if everyone tells you how good you are and you let it get to you, it's, even somewhat more harmful. Because, if someone's telling you maybe you're not as good, you'll work harder. Someone's telling you, you're the top dog right now, you kind of become complacent, and that's where you'll lose is in complacency. And I think that's one thing we do pretty well of as a defense and as a team is trying not to get complacent with where we're at. We've been striving to, we were ranked 25th. We were like, at least we're ranked, we're fine. Let's try and move up. Beat them, we moved up one. We took a step, but that is a step. So, and I don't think the rankings, whatever that means, whatever that happens, it's fine. We just got to take it on week by week and not worry about where we're at.
Anything else for Zaven? Thank you, Zaven. Thank you all.